beast takers, today I am going to teach you how to tame one of the best tanks in all of ARK with you. Carbonemys is slightly faster in water, and after domestication its speed is maintained. Her temperament is defensive, and be careful about hitting her as she will attack in a group and not happy with this. If you're a low level and have cloth armor, it's probably the last time you see the light of day. These are its multiple locations on multiple maps. And from what you see in the background, let me tell you that this one is carried by Wyber Quetzal, Gnata River, Usoteutis Carquinos, and the baby can be carried by a Procoptodon. It can only be studied by net projectiles, so be careful. Being a turtle, it is very easy to tame, they are very slow. You can perfectly use bow and arrows walking backwards or a slingshot with stones. With that, I tell you all this only if they are low level, and they are alone, since he remembers that they attack in groups, which is the opposite. You find a very high level one, and this one is accompanied. I recommend that you divert those who don't want this. In order not to have to worry about them for the trap, you will look for the flattest place possible. This is because it will be the cheapest trap you can find to lock this bug up. For this you will use 4 stone berry foundations. And 4 stone door frames can also be made of wood. You will assemble as you are seeing in the background, and you will place the last stone fence foundation so that it is nothing more than a matter of placing the wall to leave it enclosed. An important fact that later they forget: place the stone door frame in your quick inventory. This with the desire to have a greater probability of success in this domestication. To get his attention, it will only take some blow, whether melee, at a long distance, and a lot of patience, because he remembers, which are slow if he's too far away from you and loses interest in attacking you. Remember that you can hit her again so that she can resume farming and follow you. Now they understand why I told them to clean the area, and that there was only one because they both go on top of you. Carbonemys is not very different from others, tell us. So when you see that it starts to fight with the walls, then you lock it up and it's already there. Avoid hitting the arrows on its tail or shell at all costs, since it has reduction of 50 and 80%. respectively. Well, main target, the hind legs, front legs, head and neck. This way the domestication will be as cheap as possible, and be careful not to get close because a level 150.1 Carbonemys bites. Primitive quality weapon. These will be the tranquilizers necessary to put her to sleep. If you like me are looking for level 450 dinos, here I am leaving you the card, and here I leave you the table of Tameo's assistants in case you have any of these. This is how long she's gonna stay asleep. More efficient food, the Okiba El Regular Croquette 7 pieces for 8 minutes, followed by the vegetables or crops 64 pieces for 38 minutes, and finally the Mejo Perez 85 pieces. For 38 minutes, work the food of the domesticated. I recommend you exit the game, look for the player's dino food consumption section, put a creative number on it, and re-enter. Once the dino's food is completely down, that is at zeros, you will go back out and change this parameter to 1. Remember to keep your pets in cryopods or out of reach so it doesn't affect them. A level 450 Carbonemys will ask you for 200 keys to double its taming time. Carbonemys egg is considered a medium egg and can be used to make regular kibble. His mount unlocks at level 10. It is manufactured from our inventory. These are its materials, and weapons are allowed on top of this. For a better life, he will drop us hidden meat and keratin. At the same time, a level 150 will give us 254.4 experience points and is capable of farming fences, straw and wood. It can damage structures made only of straw. Beware of aberrant type raptors, or failing that those with horsemen, since they can dismount you. It only has 1 attack and its base damage is 13 points thanks to the fact that it has a perfect life statistic and its multiple damage reductions in Caparasonicol. In addition, in this version of ARK Ultimate Mobile Edition, the raptors already lose the ability to disassemble us. In most of the can be used in a perfect way for safe transportation, and you know he's a little bit faster in the water. It could also be used as water transport. For this role, you will only have to increase speed, weight, and stamina. thanks to its huge spawn and really easy Tameo, can be used as an egg farm for here. Regular. Remember to have the couple to increase the chances of getting more eggs. To do this, just raise their health in case you leave them passive. A Dilophosaurus won't kill them. If you are a person who enjoys PvP, let me tell you, this is one of the best Tellus you can use for the Raideo. Because of its great damage reduction that counts, you will only have to walk backwards towards the turret until they are completely empty, giving you free passage to place 4 or directly raid the bases. For this role, you will only have to get a high-level Carbonemys and raise all the points to health. If we add an oxygen tank to the equation, we will perform a rather special domestication. Podemos utilizar una Carbonemys con mucha vida para domesticar un Usoteutis, aunque en estas versiones del juego el Tameo se encuentra algo bujeadito, esperemos que lo arreglen en versiones futuras, pero en esta versión el problema es que la Carbonemys te mantiene ella impidiéndote acercar al pico de tus Usoteutis. Remember that to tame this dino, it has to be nibbling, something so that when you approach, you give it the food and it is sifted. This is the beautiful bug that presents when your atheists domesticated the Carbonemys becomes so small that at first you can't see it, and if you decide to stick to riding it, you will become small. Oh cute baby, and that size you are going to stay. The problem comes when you want to get out of this mount. This increases your size. You will no longer be able to move away from the Carbonemys. Unless you store it in a cryopod, this will fix the bug by returning your Carbonemys to normal size. So for now, when this video comes out, don't try to domesticate your Usoteutis because you won't even be able to do it by 3 or 2 little people who made it to this part of the video. I have a little surprise for you in the description since you can get a level 150 Cargo Davis. I hope with all my heart that you liked the video. You have loved the most important thing. I have taught you to domesticate. And what good would a Carbonemys do you if that was the case? Give me a good like, subscribe if you are not, and without further ado, see you.